Hey everyone, this is DW's Darius, and right now you're looking at my 350 gallon aquarium. And today I want to talk to you guys about short-bodied fish and why I believe I would never buy one. So this right here is my male Jack Dempsey. If this guy will get out the way, that is my Madagascar cichlid. But behind him is my male Jack Dempsey cichlid. And this guy is he's somewhat of a short-bodied fish. I didn't buy him as a short-bodied fish. I bought him as a regular Jack Dempsey, but he was born with a deformity. And that deformity causes him to be a little bit more shrunken. He's about 8 inches, and I've had him for so long, he should have been much bigger, but he's not going to grow any much longer than this. And you look at his body, he kind of has like a little arch in his body. He has that dip in his stomach, and it's not because he has a sunken belly. Look at him fighting. It's not because he has a sunken belly, but again, it is because of that deformity that he was born with. And this is the case with most short-bodied fish. Now, short-bodied fish, they take a fish like this Jack Dempsey, and they breed them with another fish that's maybe deformed, or just breed them with another female, and it's a good chance that the fry are going to be short-bodied as well, and then they keep breeding, and eventually they come out with a whole group of short-bodied fish, and then they sell them for ridiculously high prices. And I personally believe that it's not the right thing to do, and I believe that I would never support the short-bodied fish genre. And when I say support, I mean go, oh, whoa, look at that. A green phantom pleco. I just made a video about never seeing this fish. Come on, no, look at this. He takes the blue, and he's gone. But as I was saying, I don't believe I'll ever participate in the short-bodied fish section of the hobby. I won't support it. I won't be buying any of those fish or encouraging anyone to buy them, because I believe it's cruel. We make mutations in this hobby all the time. I have some mutated fish in here, a hybrid. But I believe that when a mutation causes the fish to suffer and to live a harder life, then the mutation has gone too far. And I believe that is the case with short-bodied fish. Now, I'm not talking about the fish that are naturally born like that. Even though naturally mutated fish won't survive in the wild, that's why a lot of breeders, when they breed these fish and they do end up with one like this Jack Dempsey, they'll use it like a feeder, because in the wild, naturally, that's what happens. These mutated fish just can't compete because the mutations often have some side effects. There's often more problems than just the outward mutation that we see, and that's the case with these short-bodied fish. Now, when you look at a short-bodied fish, I think it's pretty obvious to see some of the problems that they might face. So first off, a short-bodied fish, I have no good examples, so I'll give you guys some pictures. But a short-bodied fish, well, first off, let's talk about why they're popular. I believe that a lot of people are choosing short-bodied fish as their pets because it gives them the opportunity to keep short-bodied fish, or fish that would normally be too big for them, in smaller aquariums. For example, the short-bodied arowana, the short-bodied peacock bass, the short-bodied red-tailed catfish. Normally these fish get way too big for aquariums, but short-bodied fish make it possible for you to keep these fish in smaller tanks. However, let's look at these fish closely. Let's look at pictures of these fish. These fish have the same size head, the same size tail, and you pretty much just cram their body together. Consider what's happening on the inside of that fish. The lungs of the fish are the same size. The stomach is the same size. All the organs of the fish are the same size, and they're all crammed on top of each other. The fish could barely swim. The fish could barely breathe. The fish has a hard time digesting food. There's just so many problems that a short-bodied fish has to face. If you remember before, I made that video about parrot cichlids and how I just hated the way they breathe because they breathe all weird, and it was kind of sad looking at my parrot cichlids because they couldn't keep up in the hierarchy because they were so deformed. That's pretty much the same thing that's happening with these short-bodied fish. They're doing the same thing that they did to the parrotfish, the same thing that they did to fancy goldfish, and it's just creating a very unhealthy group of fish. When you do the research, these short-bodied fish don't even live as long as normal-bodied fish. They live about half the lifespan of a normal variant of that fish. So I believe that when you create these short-bodied fish, you're creating a fish to live a miserable life. You're setting it up for a life full of disease, full of just a handicapped fish, full of disabilities, and I believe it's just not the right thing to do, and that's the reason why I'm not going to support it. Now, this is just based on my observations. I look at the fish, I look at the way they swim, I look at the way they interact with tank mates, and just based on those observations, I believe that the short body fish is really at a disadvantage in your regular aquarium. Even if you keep it by itself, or even if you keep it in an aquarium with other short body fish, I believe it's still going to live a miserable life because it can't do things a normal fish could do. It can't swim as well, it can't eat as well. So those are some of the things that plague my mind, and that's the reason why I will never support the movement of short body fish, because I believe it's mutating fish gone way too far. Now again, I want to point out that I'm not against all deformed fish. My Jack Dempsey is the perfect example. This guy is my oldest cichlid. He's one of my favorite fish. And I say that as long as the deformity and the mutation doesn't interfere with natural life, I have no problem. This guy eats like a pig, like a normal fish. He participates in the hierarchy. He's actually the third ranking fish in this tank, so he has a good position, and his deformity doesn't interfere. However, if his deformity causes him to have a harder time swimming, if it causes him just to live a more miserable life, I would question whether or not it's right to actually keep him alive. And our perfect example is nature, because in nature, there's cruelty. Nature doesn't support deformed fish. Deformed fish oftentimes won't survive in nature. Now people say this isn't nature, this is a man-made aquarium. Yes, but our goal at the end of the day is to capture nature in these boxes. So we still got to play by the rules of nature, and nature is pretty strict. So yeah, when it comes to these deformed fish, if it's getting in the way of the fish's life, if it's going to cause the fish to live a more miserable life, I won't support it. As always, your comments, your thoughts, your opinions are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about short body fish? Would you buy one? Would you keep one? Do you think it's cruel? Do you think it's not that bad? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. But yeah, everyone, just a quick video, just something I thought about, and just wanted to share. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.